Next email number 2 for the day coming up, also comes to us from Dale from Orlando. And Dale, as he previously said, Mike, to which I will say, Dale. Dale writes in again and says, Did you see the new casting for Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan? This is so cool. Our first Muslim superhero. What do you think of the casting? And yeah, again, if you guys haven't had a chance to see this, newcomer Iman Vellani, it has been cast to play the titular role of Ms. Marvel. I think this is, first of all, anytime that we have an opportunity or a chance for diversified storytelling, do it. Take it. We can only benefit from it. For how many decades have we been seeing movies and tales of white heterosexual men? Cool. A lot of those movies are great, but I feel like we're kind of coming to a funnel point. There are more people in the world that exist than just white heterosexual men. So let's see what else you got. And especially when it comes to superheroes, like Marvel Studios specifically has knocked it out of the park with the MCU. They have truly revolutionized the filmmaking industry. And how many of the last 23 movies have starred white heterosexual men? The vast majority. So Captain Marvel was one that wasn't. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Todd, can you think of any others that weren't Captain Marvel?
No,
what?
I don't.
Was it really
I don't think
one?
so. I think, unless you count the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, but I mean,
green.
Bruce Banner's still, a white heterosexual male. Wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
22 out of 23 MCU. I feel like I'm skipping one. Black Panther. Black Panther was not a white heterosexual male. Yeah. So 2, I guess, maybe.
And soon to be Black Widow.
But that wasn't a part of the Infinity Saga. But even still, any opportunity that we have for a someone who's not of the white heterosexual male demographic, take it, because we can only benefit from it. Let's see where this goes. Let's see her story. All of that being said, I am a little hesitant. I'm cautiously optimistic when it comes to this casting, because as the article points out, Iman Vellani, look her up on IMDb. Do you know how many acting credits Iman Vellani has over on the IMDb's? Todd, take a wild stab at it.
I honestly don't know, but because you're asking me, I'm going to guess it's more than 5.
It's a big fat 0. It's a big fat 0.
Really?
She has not done anything on a professional level. I have no idea what her acting chops are. I've never seen her in anything, nor has anyone. I was in. Go ahead.
That doesn't necessarily surprise me. I mean, maybe a little bit from a lead actor perspective, but we've watched as the MCU over time has said, let's take an obscure, not necessarily obscure, but a smaller filmmaker and turn them into a big budget blockbuster.
James Gunn, classic example.
So I don't see any reason why they couldn't do the exact same thing with an actor.
That's true.
The way they've completely reinvented Kamal Nanjiani.
This is very, very true. My only argument here is that I've never seen her do anything. I mean, I've as an actor, as a comedian, I've been in a few short films. I've been in a few episodes of various television shows. I was in now I'm gonna name drop. I can't even think of the project. Law and Order. I was in an episode of Law and Order. I did Mercy. It was like a spin-off, or like a reboot of Mercy Hospital. I was in a few episodes of Cupid, like the reboot of Cupid. So I've done a tiny bit of something, and even the short films that I've been in, those are listed on IMDb. So I have a few credits, not many, and they're all terrible credits. So don't is something we should not be doing.
Are you pitching yourself as Miss Marvel?
You know what? I was gonna make a white heterosexual male joke, but it was like, nope, that's in poor taste. Let's not. But yeah, I have a tiny bit of credits to my name, which are kind of irrelevant, and they're all garbage. So don't think anything of it. But even still, she has no credits. So I'm not saying she's a bad actor. I'm not saying that whatsoever. She had to have impressed them. In this case, she has to have the acting chops. Otherwise, I don't think they would have taken the leap. I don't think they would have cast her. And very famously, if I can go back to the example of, if I can mention the example of, who's the second James Bond? George Lazenby. When George Lazenby became James Bond, this is a great story. He was an Australian. He was a model. He was not an actor. He was a model. And so when he came to England to get more modeling jobs, he heard that, through the grapevine, that Sean Connery didn't want to be Bond anymore. And so he started, he was like, I want to play Bond. That's something I could do, right? Yeah, let's do it. So he found out where Albert Broccoli got his haircut. He waited for him, laid in wait for Albert Broccoli to come get his haircut. He followed him back to his offices. And once he did like all this cloak and dagger stuff, he figured out a way to get inside of Albert Broccoli's office when Albert Broccoli wasn't there. And then when Albert Broccoli walks in, here's George Lazenby sitting in Albert Broccoli's chair. Albert Broccoli, by the way, is the producer of James Bond. The producer. So here he is, sitting in Albert Broccoli's chair, feet on the desk, reading a newspaper. When Albert Broccoli walks in, he's like, who are you? How did you get in here? What's going on? And he very calm and coolly puts the newspaper down on the desk and said, I'm your new James Bond. And he so impressed Albert Broccoli because of this. He was like, you know what? Okay, you're the new James Bond. I buy it. It was a total baller move. And he bought it. And, he confessed to somebody else. He's like, now that I was given the job, I need to confess, I'm not an actor. I've never acted a day in my life. And whoever he confided in said, don't admit that, because you are an actor, actually, because you just walked in here and fooled one of the biggest producers of all time. So let's stick with this story. So all of that is to say, Iman Vellani, I'm cautiously optimistic. Having never seen her act, having known zero of her credits, I think this could be a really, really interesting move. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, a casting like this is all about representation. I grew up, as I mentioned before, with such a huge passion for movies. But one thing that really brought it over the top for me was when I saw the Dead Poets Society. And there was this meek little character played by Ethan Hawke, a white preppy kid from New England named Todd. There I was on screen, so that character really, really spoke to me and resonated with me. So, and being a white heterosexual male, I've had no shortage of great characters to identify with on the big screen. Other people cannot say the same thing. So I would love to see much more representation. Just wholeheartedly agree with you that it benefits us all to see that. So I'm excited to really broaden it and bring in more diversity.
Me
Absolutely.
too. And question is for you guys, what do you think of the casting of Iman Vellani as Ms. Marvel? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in between? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. And if you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Weird Al Yankovic would want you to do. Dun, 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 dun.